I'm Andrea Giles, and you're listening to the Heal from Infidelity podcast, episode number 152, Remembering Your Value. Hello, and welcome to the Heal from Infidelity podcast, where courageous women learn not only to heal from their spouse's betrayal, but to become the boldest, truest, most decisive, and confident versions of themselves ever. If you know there's more for you than the life you're currently living, but don't quite know how to get there, you are in the right place. Stick around to learn how to create a life that will knock your own socks off. Is it possible? It is, and I'm here to show you how. I'm your host, Andrea Giles. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. This one is not going to be your typical episode. I am not sitting at my desk. I am not using my fancy microphone. I'm actually on a walk out in the country, which is where I live. I live kind of out in the country. And I'm out on a walk, and I just want to share with you some things from my heart, unscripted, but very much from my heart today, about you, about your value, about what is possible right now for you in the space that you're in. So what prompted this? First of all, we've had a lot of discussions with some of our kids lately as we navigate having many children and lots of teenagers, right? We have 5 teenagers right now, and they're all navigating different things where their worth, their value is challenged, where sometimes they are drawn to, if they're feeling bad about themselves, they're drawn to others that feel the same. And we've been talking a lot about how we energetically pick up on the energy of other people, that we become like the people that we spend the most time around. And does being around this person cause you to shrink? Cause you to, do you have to shrink yourself to be around this person? Do you have to mute yourself to be around this person? Or can you be all of yourself and open yourself up and take up space and be bold and make mistakes and be loved anyway, right? Anyway, I've been talking a lot about that. And then within my coaching space, there's been some things that have come up around recognizing our value and when others are not recognizing our value. And one of the things I wanted to talk with you about today is about how sometimes we can do things in an effort that looks like we're trying to, claim our value and really let people know that they're not valuing us, and it backfires sometimes. Why? Because sometimes the way that we're going about it is in a really reactive way. It's coming from a reactive energy. It's coming from a proving energy. It's coming from, I need this person to see me. I need this person to value me. I need this person to respect me. And so sometimes we make moves that look like somebody who's really strong and really powerful and really courageous. And it might look like that, but right under it is this kind of sense of, I'm doing this to get something from this person. I'm desperate for this person to just see me. I just want to know that I matter, and that, for example, like that our marriage mattered, that I mattered. And this space can be so crippling and so painful because you might be dealing with somebody who is never going to give you that. They might not be able to. They might be able to, in theory, yeah, I love you and you're great and I appreciate you. They might be able to say the words, but they might not be able to treat you as somebody who highly, highly values you, who highly, highly cherishes you. When we take that back and take that job back of first valuing ourselves, of first seeing our own worth, our own value, really seeing it, and recognizing it and feeling that expansiveness within us and remembering that our worth is so expansive. You can't even name how valuable we are. And when we can kind of take that back and own that we are powerful, magnificent creatures here and magnificent women, and some of you men that are listening, when we can step into that space, something shifts. There's something that shifts. We go from doing these things to try to get something, to try to extract something. We go from that to more quietly just doing things that protect our value, doing things that we know we are standing up for our own value. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. In my group, one of my special group members is looking at switching jobs because she feels like no matter how amazing she is at it, it's kind of a big boys club where she will never fully be valued and seen for her gifts and what she brings to the table. And this is somebody that is very, very devoted to her career, very good at what she does. And so today we are talking about the difference in bolting because, you're never going to see me. So, screw you. I'm going to go. I'll show you, right? To going, I value myself. I value my work. I value my gifts. I value my ability to grow and to expand. And I trust my ability to grow and to expand. And I'm going to go somewhere where that is recognized, where it's a match, where there's an energetic match of somebody else or a company or whatever it is that really is a match for my own value, for what I bring to the table, that we can partner together. And I do think that in many cases, when we start to show up in that way, when we start to first really cultivate this within ourselves, and then we start showing up in this space of like, I don't need you to give me anything. I don't need you to do anything to validate me or to make me feel better about myself. What happens when we stop needing it is we switch to this place of wanting it. Want and need are two very different things. Wanting something is more based on desire, based on I am meant for everything. I am meant for all the things. I am meant to have it all. And I want it. And that guides our next steps. It guides our pursuit. It guides the courageous moves that we make. Needing something keeps us handcuffed. It keeps us shackled in until somebody gives us that thing. And then it becomes this insatiable appetite. It's never enough. It's never enough. So my question for you today is, what are the things that you think that you need to feel valued? What are the things you think you need to feel like your time with the person who was unfaithful wasn't a waste? Or that they just never saw me and I never was good enough, or whatever it was for you, whatever it is for you. Okay, what is it that you're holding out to hear? For some of you, you just want to know that they understand the impact that they blew up your life. You want to know that they get it. You want to know that they see the risk they took in possibly losing you. For some of you, it's already done. They already did lose you. And you want to know that they get it. And while there can be some healing in that, while there can be some peace in that and going, thank you for just telling me that you understand or that you get it. When we put ourselves in a position of needing it, like I can't heal, I can't move forward until I get that, it keeps us chained. It keeps us dependent. And a question I want you to ask is, what do I think is going to change if I hear these words? What am I finally going to be able to feel if I hear these words, or if this is said, or if this is understood? And is there a way that I can feel that anyway? Is there a way that I can cultivate that within myself? Instead of waiting to be told how valuable and cherished I am, is there a way that I can cultivate that within myself so that I can draw in energetic matches to who I already am? To who I already am. For some of you, this is a magical place where when we step into that in our bodies, when we step into this space, we raise the bar. Energetically, we are raising the bar, and we call in and we bring in those that are a match to that. And for many of you, it will be the person you're married to. For many of you, this is the space where you both rise and you both become this version of yourself that is where you highly value each other and you highly value yourself, and where infidelity will never be a thing again because you both have too much respect for yourselves and for each other, that you would never compromise it, that your partner would never compromise it again. That is going to be the situation for many of you. For some of you, you are going to see, if you are with somebody who, for reasons you do not need to understand, cannot release the shackles of staying in their own dysfunction, in staying in their own negativity, in their own lack of self-worth, in their own disbelief in themselves. And that is sad, and it's unfortunate, and it is not yours to solve. It is not yours to fix. And this is where sometimes we have to lovingly let people go, where we have to release them and trust that there are bigger things at play, and that eventually they will karmically get the things they need one way or another. And taking ownership of going, why am I depending on this person who is not a very dependable person to help me feel better when they can't even give it to themselves? Okay, so back to value. This episode is all about recognizing your value and stepping into it. If you believed that you were highly, highly valued and cherished and adored and loved and smart and beautiful and capable, all of these things, what would you do differently today? What would you think about differently? What would you pursue? If you knew that, like within yourself, what would you pursue? There's answers there here. There's guidance here for you to take the next steps. All right. I'm going to wrap this up. Before I do, I invite you, those of you who have been kind of lingering around and looking at my program, I invite you to join. Every single call is so powerful. Every single one. Every one. Where we go deep. We go deep, and I see my job as helping my clients expand, holding the vision of who you are, holding a strong vision of who you are, and helping you expand into that, helping you expand into your own recognition of who you are. And as you expand, your emotional bandwidth expands, and you are able to hold more. You're able to hold rejection. You're able to hold truth. You're able to face it. You're able to go and seek out the things that you need to know because you can hold it. You are able to receive when you are being given things that you have wanted. You're able to receive it. There's so much growth that happens on every single call. And if you have been wanting help, if you have felt a little prick that this might be something that you need to pay attention to, I invite you to pay attention. Pay attention. There are big things that happen inside the group. These women in the group are changing their own lives. They are changing their own lives. They are becoming versions of themselves that they are so, so proud of. Doing things that they did not think was even possible before they joined. I want that for you. If you want to join, I have a seat at the table for you. I have a seat at the table. You can go into the show notes. All the information is there. And grab your seat. Grab your seat. All right, my beautiful friends. Thank you for being here. And I will be talking to you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Heal from Infidelity podcast. If you would like to be kept in the know about upcoming free classes, new podcast episodes, and other ways of working with me, go subscribe to my weekly email. You can subscribe at andreagiles.com/lies-about-infidelity/. Again, it's andreagiles.com/lies-about-infidelity/. I will see you next time.